How's it going, YouTube? And welcome to InstaEagle. We're playing competitive card games. Was a mistake. Today we have a Royal Paladin deck profile with Steven. He was my teammate that played with me in the Houston regionals. And he played Royals. So with that, I will switch it to him to explain his deck. For you guys.
Hello. Starting off, I'm going to go ahead and just explain the basics. It's just 2 Excapulate. I was planning on running 3, but I decided to opt out for 2 as he is just the counter to most things that Royals seem to have a problem with, which is retiring everything in the back row and everything that you don't want to see. So I just opted out for 2, unfortunately, because I didn't want to crowd my hand. Ended up going with the 4 and 4 for both Alfreds. I actually just wanted to mainly ride Monarch the entire time whenever I was playing. King Knight's Alfred I know is a first ride, but I actually liked him a little bit as a backup. I'd rather just mainly ride Monarch just because you don't really need to add Blaster Blade back. You can just go ahead and just Soul Blast, Counter Blast 1, and you get the plus 15k for a little bit of a beat stick. And if you drive check Blaster Blade, that's a 10k shield in your hand added on. For my grade 2 lineups, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's just 4 Blaster Blades, 4 Bedivere, and I opted to run Akane in this build, 3 Akane in this build, just because it's a deck thin. It's been a lot helpful. I've only saw it like 3 times during the entire whole tournament, though. I've mostly just used Bedivere and Blaster Blade, but Akane was just really good. A little trick is that you don't really want to soul charge your triggers, so instead of calling Pongal in the same column as this unit, you want to call it as an attacker if you're on grade 2, just so you could try to rush down that opponent. And for grade 1, self-explanatory. It's 4k, it's K, as well as 4 Pongal. I decided to run Pongal at 4 instead of 3. I actually was planning on running him at 3 and just running 2 of the 2 Wingles, but I actually didn't really find Wingles as a plus. It's more of just power. And at this point, I needed to find a way to fight Bermuda and Angel Feather decks without power, just more resourceful. Or resources, I'm sorry. And I also played Alan over Marin just because Alan is just a good attacker, whereas Marin is you need to call a column, and you want to try just splitting up your columns to increase your number of attacks early game. So I just opted to run Alan over Marin at this point, even though I do like Marin, but Alan just helped out a lot more. And as for my trigger lineup, it's the most simplest thing. It's 8 crit, 4 draw, 4 heal. You're running an aggressive deck, you need to play aggressive. There's nothing really you can change. Honestly, you can run 6/6/4, but the thing about this deck is that it's aggressive. It's supposed to have as many crits as you can, especially with the new crit coming out. You're going to want to opt to run 12, so either 12 or 10, either one. That was my deck list for Royal Paladin. I was the B player. I think my matchups were... It was 2 Angel Feather players, a Aqua Force, and 2 Kageros, if I remember correctly, and Neo Nectar twice, but that was the same person. That was actually the only deck that this deck lost to, unfortunately. Royal Paladins cannot fight Neo Nectars. But overall, the deck was... Oh, yeah. Overall, the deck performed pretty well. I actually very much enjoyed it. I play tested this a lot, so I really hope you enjoyed this deck.
And with that, we will see you guys in the next video. So, see you!